leave it all behind you. I said, take down everything that stands in your way. Don't stop believing it'll work out again, my friend. Stand out and be a part of everything good. Wake up, you're gonna be all that you should. Try out all the things you've always wanted to be. You'll see, 'cause I know what I know, that you've got it in you, and I see that you are a winner.
You know how you see an eagle flying over, your head, and you find yourself in awe? You're like, ooh, it's just so inspiring to see the majestic bird with the giant wingspan flying over your head. You feel yourself soaring right there with the bird. Yeah, that's how I feel when I see a Christian. It's true. I feel such, wow, look at that. Look at that wonderful, good person. Wow, why can't I be more like they are? Oh, if only I could just believe in something without any proof whatsoever, then I could be just like them. They're so good and holy and pure. I'm sorry. I saw this thing yesterday about Mike Pence, the liar, Mike Pence, who said that, oh, is this the first time I've heard of this regarding Flynn and his thing with Turkey. I'm like, oh, Mike Pence, who is so holy and pure that he will not let himself be in the same room alone with a woman unless it's his wife. That Mike Pence. And he's a liar. I will never cease to be amazed at the purity and perfection and holiness and virtue and all these qualities that Christians have that the rest of us don't get to have because we don't have the fruits of the Spirit. I had this morning, I have this video that oops, Skype is now enabled. It's good to know. Anyway, I had this video that I did way back in 2013. So it's been there for... Skype. Talk with your finger. Send instant message. Skype. Today's top tip. Invite your friends and family to... Did you know you can call groups of friends? I'm so glad that I have this pop-up window popping up right now. Anyway, I had this video I put up way back in 2013 called Other Non-Proofs for a Historical Jesus. I haven't watched this for like 100,000 years, or at least 4 years probably. So I don't remember, but it looks to me like one of those videos where I try to talk like a, like a person who's thinking about stuff. I'm thinking about this. And this is why I think this, da-da-da-da-da. And I looked this up, and this is what I think, da-da-da-da-da. That's the kind of video this one looks like. Other non-proofs for a historical Jesus. Okay, so it's probably a serious video, very serious video. And what does somebody write me today? 4 years later? Oh, and let's see, his avatar, his or hers, is a purple box with a circle and then a kind of a funny hump shape below. It looks like something that might be on a men's room. This is the John for people who need to know the difference between where they go, men go versus women. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's a little purple box with a circle and a thing under it. And the name of the person is also very personal. 05 Giacomo. Giacomo. Gaia Como. And what does he write? What does he write? Well, because this is a video that I made 4 years ago. Other non-proofs for historical Jesus. I'm obviously trying to, in this video, point out the fact that historical Jesus never actually existed. He writes, or she writes, "Go kill yourself. ... The only good thing you can do. ... Explanation point." That's what he writes, or she. Go kill yourself. Ooh, you mean to say that because I don't believe and I actually dared to put out some information that maybe kind of shows that your imaginary friend isn't real, you think I should kill myself? Really? Really? I mean, this kind of dashes my whole perception of Christians as being pure and wholesome and good and loving and compassionate and merciful people. Well, between that and the fact that a whole bunch of them not only voted for Trump, but continue to support him and think he's so wonderful. He's so wonderful. Trump, who also said he didn't know anything about Flynn, which is also a lie. It's great that our own government officials lie to us, isn't it? Isn't it lovely not to be able to trust our own government? Or to look at people who walk around thinking they're holier than everybody else and see that they support liars and pedophiles. Not only pedophiles, but somebody who's actually proud of the fact that he, at age 58, could walk into a dressing room full of teenage girls and ogle them because he was the owner of the pageant. And all the Christians, ooh, he's so wonderful. Oh, he said he could grab somebody's pussy because he's a star. Oh, that's just locker room talk. We think he's so wonderful. And what's the funniest part is, oh, now Trump is such a good Christian. After creating a fraudulent university to scam poor people out of their money, and after denying people the right to live in apartments because, ooh, their skin color isn't exactly the right shade. So they're bad people, they need to go. They're undesirables. Oh, we can't have any people with off-colored skin in this. And the same person who sets up contracts with small business owners, you know, people like you and me struggling to survive, has them do the work. They bust their asses to do the work, to earn that dollar. And then he goes, well, you know, I'm not sure I want to pay you what we agreed upon because I'm not completely satisfied with your work. Yeah, right, sorry. You just toddle on now. Here's a couple dollars. And if you want to take me to court, you can. But it will cost you so much more. I cannot believe that Christians, speaking as a former Christian, I cannot believe that Christians would support Trump. And not only support him, but get all excited about him and foam at the mouth. Oh, he's so wonderful. Yeah. And the idea of white supremacy. They're actually walking around, we're so proud to be bigots and racists. So proud. I remember the good old days when these people existed and I didn't have to know about it. I used to be able to walk down the street and think to myself, wow, our society is evolving. We're becoming more accepting of all people. But no, and you know, I think it really is because of this lovely religion that has infested our country and now has infested our own government, that says it's okay to be like this asshole. Go kill yourself. It's the only good thing you can do. Why? Because I had an opinion that is different than yours. That's why I should die. All people who don't agree with you should just die. Is that what it is? Now we have Trump talking about Democrats, which is, half the country. You know, Americans. Oh, he's basically calling us the enemy. Well, no, we're not the enemy. And when you treat half the country like they're your enemy and you're supposed to be their leader. Anyway, this was one of those videos that I'm in a weird mood, and so it's kind of sort of like, I don't know, serious or not. But seriously, Christians walk around and they want you to look up to them. I remember this because I used to be a Christian. Look up to them. Oh, live like Jesus would live. And you don't have to preach to people. You don't have to corner them, although they do this, and shove your religion in their faces. No. This is what I was taught. You just live a godly life. You walk as Jesus would walk and talk and think and do as Jesus would do. And all those lowly heathens who are lost and blind will look at you like a light in the distance, and they will go, oh, look, there's hope for us. If only we could touch that light and become just like that person there, everything will be better. Except, I'm sorry, but no, I look at these people they're supposed to be the inspiration, the light of Jesus on earth, the lighthouse to guide the storm-tossed ship at sea. And what do I see? I see assholes and liars and bigots and racists and two-faced people and fake people, and we're going to go to church today. We're going to praise Jesus and feel holy and feel like we're better than everybody else. And we're going to go out and be the light unto the world. Oh, but before we do that, let's write to somebody that we don't know and say, go kill yourself. The only good thing you can do. Ooh, for existing, because I dare to exist with beliefs that aren't the same as your beliefs, I should just kill myself. Actually, I'll tell you something. I do a lot of good things. The other day, doing my job, which is driving a public bus, I had a kid on my bus. We have a problem with gangs where I drive. And there's this one littler one who's probably 12 who hangs out with the bigger kids. Well, 3 of the bigger kids got arrested. And so he didn't have his group. And he was on my bus for 3 hours riding back and forth. And I didn't understand why. Because he didn't have his group with him. He was all by himself. And then it started to click. Maybe he doesn't have a home. Maybe he's a runaway. Or maybe he's afraid to go home. Being that I came from that kind of a background, I kind of understand how that might be. That he might be afraid to go home because maybe he has an abusive home. So in the end, I bought him food. And I let him know that buses are safe zones, safety places. If ever he's being hurt or in danger of being hurt, all he has to do is get on a bus and say, I need a safe place. And the bus driver, doesn't matter which bus driver, will get him help. I told him that, and I bought him dinner. But, killing myself is the only good thing I can do because I'm not a Christian, apparently. I'm incapable of doing anything good in the world. Like caring about my country and speaking out when I see people who are being persecuted. Even a religion I don't like. I don't like Islam. I don't like it any more than I like Christianity because they both persecute and oppress people. And they try to control people. And they're both lies. And they're both patriarchal cults that put women under men, which is, I'm sorry, damaging over time. and not even over time. It's just damaging. So I don't like Christianity and I don't like Islam. But I also don't like it when, oh, we're going to legalize abusing people and assaulting people and maligning people and belittling people and discriminating against them and persecuting them. I don't like that either. And yeah, I get angry. And yeah, I'm going to fight about it. I'm going to speak out about it. I'm going to speak out about a guy who says we're going to make America great and then immediately works to divide us even more. Create even more of a rift between Democrats and Republicans. I'm sorry, but that is not the answer to making America great. You don't divide a country and that makes it great. It makes it weak. It makes it angry. It makes it not trust. We don't even trust. Half this country, or maybe even more, do not trust our own president, our own vice president, our own attorney general. The people in charge, we don't trust them. And they're what? Well, we have mostly Christians now running this country. But then we have Trump pretending to be. And that's the funniest part, is these people, Christians, are believing in this man. Oh, he's so holy. Look at him. He's such a fucking chameleon. He can be, he will be whatever he needs to be to whatever in any situation. He's as Christian as my little dart frog is Christian. He doesn't even know. When he's talking about Easter, well, it's really important to Christians. So, are you going to say why? Are you going to mention Jesus at all or the resurrection at all in your little speech about Easter? No, because you don't even know what the fuck is it, why Easter's important to Christians. Because you're really not one and you're full of shit. And the Christians don't see. They continue to, oh, he's so special. Anyway, so this is my stupid video. I didn't have a plan. Again, it's just me saying what I think. I think we have been infested by a cult. America has. And now, unfortunately, it has control of our government. And it is actually the most dishonest administration I've seen in my entire life. Which doesn't surprise me because the largest percentage of any whatever in prisons are Christians or religious people. I don't want to say Christians because there's lots of subgroups of Christianity, but people who claim to be good, holy people, yeah, are the majority in prisons. Which, you know, it's not really a fair thing to point that out because the majority in this country are Christians. So, of course, the majority in the prison systems are going to be Christians. But interesting how most serial killers have been Christians, too. And interesting how the Christian church supported Hitler, who also pretended to be a Christian. Anyway, so again, this is one of those things where I get on, I talk mindlessly for the most part, and then I turn it off and walk away, and people have to, well, actually you don't have to. Just FYI. You don't have to watch this video. And if you made it this far, you've already watched it, so oops.
I am absolutely convinced that the main source of hatred in the world is religion. And I think it should be religion treated with ridicule and hatred and contempt.